Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Farming Simulator 25. So today we have got quite a lot of field work to do. I've just been doing some watering just quickly off camera of the goats to make sure they've got enough water, and also the greenhouse. But now the first job we're going to probably do today is the hoeing on the canola field. I don't think it all needs doing. Just had a quick look on the map here. This is obviously our canola field, and it looks like, weirdly, I don't know why this happens, but only that section of it has got weeds on it, but we do need to weed that. It also needs fertiliser as well, and I'm pleased to report as well, it looks like the problem with the hail damage has been fixed now, because those patches there, obviously it shows fertiliser, but they have grown. You can't see them anymore. Like on here you could see them, but now they've gone, which is brilliant, which means that looks like it's been fixed with direct drilling. You can now remove that, so that field should also be fixed there, field 32. So I'm very happy about that. But like I say, yeah, first of all we're going to head down there and do some hoeing on the patches where there are weeds. I'm not sure whether the areas where there aren't any weeds at the moment actually need weeding as well, or hoeing, or whether they just won't grow. Because obviously the weeds have already established now in some areas, so I don't know whether in the future they will grow if I don't hoe, or whether those areas just won't get weeds, which would be good. It would save me a bit of time. I'll go and see what it says on the field information down when I actually get into the field, and see if it shows it needs weeding or not on the areas where there aren't any weeds. But if not, I'll just probably do the areas where there are actually weeds growing, which would be a lot easier and quicker. And then we'll get the fertiliser and start spraying that with fertiliser. This field here looks a real mess. This isn't my field currently, but I actually could afford to buy it now with the money we made from that wood last time, so I think we might buy that field and plant that. That would make sense, because it is a mess. I don't think anyone's actually growing anything in it now. It hasn't had a crop in it for a couple of seasons, I don't think. The AI, I think, have given up with that field, so I think I should take it on. It's not a huge field, but it's not a bad one either. It's a reasonably sized field and not too far from the yard as well, so that looks like a good option for me. Right, so let's just have a quick look at what it says about the weeds in this field. Clearly there are bad weeds in this section, weed medium, but in this section it doesn't even mention weeds, so I'm guessing it doesn't need weeding. There's no point going over it if it doesn't need doing. So I'm just going to do this area, put the help lines on, and just basically go over what needs doing. I think I'm hoping that will cover that whole section. Yes, it will. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly do a time lapse of weeding this field, then we'll get the fertiliser spreader on and spray it with fertiliser, and once that's done we'll move on to another field. So I'll speak to you in a minute. Okay, so that is that field all done. Field number one, we've just got all weeded and fertilised, so that's good. That's going to maximise the yield. Just looking at the calendar though, we can do barley in September, obviously canola still, We may do some more canola, I'm not sure, and also wheat. So let's have a look to see which field we can do. Well, I'm thinking about field 6 to purchase. It's only 121,000 virtually, 121,000. We've got 170,000, so that's more than enough to buy it. So I think we are going to go ahead and buy that. It hasn't got a crop in it, unfortunately, which is a bit annoying, because it means we're not quite making as much money as we could if somebody had already planted a crop in there. But it's been annoying me for a while because it's just an empty weed field and it looks messy, and it's also quite close to the yard and on the way to field number 1. So yeah, it's quite a good position for me from where we are based here. So I think we're going to do it with barley. Going to drill it with barley, probably. So we need to get the drill on. Where is the drill? It's over here, isn't it? So we'll put the seed drill on, and we'll head down to our brand new field, field number 6, I think it is, and get that drill with barley. So it's the first new field I've bought for a while. That's still left us with £49,000 in the bank, which is enough to purchase some more stuff. Not more land, but maybe some more equipment if we need it. But I'm sure we'll be getting more money coming in fairly soon as well. We're approaching winter, and obviously December is a very good month to be selling most things. So we'll be getting the straw, quite a few pallets I should think as well, and some crops sold in December, and that will really boost the money again, which means we'll be able to make even more purchases of land and other things. Still haven't got a corn header for the combine, which is something else I'd kind of like to get. I think the cheapest one, or the only one that fits the John Deere we've currently got, is about £53,000 for that header. So a bit out of our reach at the moment, but we probably will get it, because I was thinking about buying that field there, which that's got a corn crop in it which is ready to harvest. So that would have been another option, but we wouldn't quite have been able to afford to buy the header yet. And I just thought this one's a mess. I want to get this one turned around. it's annoying, isn't it, seeing a messy weedy field? So I thought it would be nice to tidy that up and get a crop in there. It's also a nice, well, reasonably nice shape to work on. It's quite a long field. It's not a perfect square field, but it's more interesting, I suppose, having a sort of triangle shaped field. Okay, so what have we got? We've got canola in at the moment. We need to change that to barley. There we go. Turn the drill on. Lower it down. We're going to also use the guidance steering. I think we don't need to do 3 headlands. It keeps suggesting 3 headlands, but I think 2 is enough really. And then we can get this drilled. So I'll do this now on a time lapse, and I'll come back to you when it's done. I don't know whether it needs, actually just out of interest, does it need lime? I think we should still be able to spread lime if it does need it. I'm just going to have a quick look here. It needs rolling. Yes, it does need lime as well. Okay, so it needs quite a lot, but I think we can still spread lime after it's been rolled and drilled, I think. At least we could in FS25, so that'd be quite a good test to see if it needs doing now or not, or whether it needs to, whether we need to wait, or whether we can wait and do it then. Anyway, never mind. I'm going to get on with this drilling, and hopefully we'll still be able to spread lime on it after it's been drilled and rolled. But if not, it's not the end of the world. We shouldn't lose too much yield from it, and we can always do it next time. But yeah, hopefully I can spread lime on it once it's drilled. So yeah, speak to you in a bit. So that's the drilling done. As you can see, we do need to get it rolled now. It also does need lime, but we have got the full fertilizer application, which is good. That's nice to see. So yeah, next job is to get it rolled, and then we're going to try and spread it with lime. Hopefully that will work. I think it will, based on what it was like in FS25, although I don't know for sure. I will need to find that out myself. Can't remember if I've already tried that or not. I've forgotten, but I think it will work. I think we can spread lime on a drilled field, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, that was close. I'm actually sure that was my right of way, but never mind. Anyway, we will head back to the yard with the drill, drop that off, and then we'll pick up the rolls. Actually, what I might do is get the other tractor to start rolling while I spread it with lime. That'll speed the job up a bit, and then we can get on with some more drilling maybe, or something. Because we probably don't need to do everything ourselves. We can use helpers. We've got the money available to do that, so that would probably make more sense. And I think probably rolling is the job I'd get the helper to do, and I'll do the spreading of the lime. So yeah, I'll drop this drill off, and then we'll get the other tractor, the Zeta, and put that on the rolls. There's that car again. And yeah, we'll use the helper to do the rolling, I think. I've still got the tree planter. I'm not sure whether we're going to plant any more trees or not though, yet. We will in the future, but I don't think we need to do any more just right now, because we have still got loads of trees to take down in the forest area, so yeah, it's probably not essential to keep that for now, so we might just return that. But yeah, obviously we might do more tree planting in the future. We probably almost certainly will. Where do we get our filtering again? Vehicles, there we go. I think it should be in the vehicle section. I've just got to locate it. Oh, that was it. There we go. We'll return that, because I don't think we're going to need it again for a while. And then we'll get the, like I say, the Zeta tractor. This one here, which I'm using as obviously as a front loader tractor mainly, but it is available here to do other jobs that it needs to do, like rolling is a good example. Stuff that's not too horsepower intensive. I think this tractor's got about 170 horsepower, so it can do some medium duty jobs, but obviously it can't do the really heavy duty stuff like cultivations and drilling with the big drills. But it should be fine for the rolling. I think we used it for the rolling just a few episodes ago, so it should be fine. I suppose we actually could use this one on the fertilizer spreader as well, but never mind. I'll put it on the rolls now. I think actually the fertilizer spreader would be a less horsepower intensive job than the rolling, but I think we'll be alright. So I'll take this down to the field, get the helper going on that, and then I'm going to go and spread the lime, and hopefully that will work, but we'll find out in a second. So I'll get this done on a time lapse. So luckily that has worked. We've managed to spread the whole field with lime, which has removed the lime requirement, and the helper is still doing the rolling, but almost done now. It's just got the headlands to do by the looks of it. This is always quite slow using a helper, but it does eventually get it all covered. It just messes about a bit sometimes, but yeah, there we go. That field is now done. and it doesn't need any more fertiliser, which is good. It saves us a bit of a job and also a bit of time and money. So yeah, that's worked out quite well, and we've got a nice new field there of barley. So I'll take the spreader back to the yard again now. Obviously I had to go and refill it with lime. There wasn't enough there in that one bag to do the whole field, but I thought I'd use that up first and then would go and fill up once that was unloaded, since the field was en route. So yeah, we're done with this now, I think. But there may be some more drilling to do. I haven't done any wheat drilling yet, so it might be a field that we could drill with wheat, just to get that done, because we're not going to be able to drill anything else until the spring if we don't do wheat, barley or canola today. Kind of undecided on the canola. We have got quite a big field of canola now drilled, so I don't think we need to put any more of that in. I think that's probably enough. But we haven't done any wheat for a while, so I might just do probably this field here, just next to the yard here. That one as wheat, maybe. That might work out quite well. And we'll have at least two straw crops then for straw bales, and obviously chicken feed as well in the following harvest next year. So obviously, yeah, we've put these. Unloaded the fertiliser there, which is kind of in the way now for the rolls to come back in. So I'm going to have to probably move those out of the way. But we'll drop the spreader off there, and I'll just try and push these along a bit with the tractor, just so they're not in the way of the rolls coming back in when we bring those back. That's working alright, yeah, that's fine. There we go. So now we can put the rolls back in. So I'll go and get the seed drill again, I think, and we will drill this field near the yard here with a wheat crop. So I'll get that done again on time lapse. Right, so that's the wheat field finished, and the helper has also finished the rolling in the new field here. So we're going to take this back to the yard. We're actually going to take it to the wheat field we've just drilled, and we're going to roll that as well. And then that will be that field finished as well, until we need to do the hoeing, of course. There might be some weeds that pop up over into October. When we get to October we'll find out. I'm not going to bother hoeing it now, because it might not all need doing, like the other field we just did, field 1. If I'd hoed all of that when we drilled it, I'd have wasted my time really, because only a bit of it needed doing. So I think I probably made the right choice there, and I'll do the same with these two fields. Oh, there's a load of rocks there again. They're very hidden in all these bushes and shrubs here. Trying to go around those. I think we're okay there. There we go. So yeah, we'll head up to the wheat field now. We'll get that one rolled, and then that'll probably do for today. We've got quite a bit of field work done there. It's actually a grass field here, which I sort of always dismiss, but it would be quite handy to have a grass field. This field 26. I don't know how much that is. I think it's actually more expensive than you would expect, because it comes with some trees as well on that hillside there. But if I ever have the money, I might consider buying that field as well, because it's again not too far from the yard, and then that would give us a grass field to make our own hay and stuff and silage maybe in the future. But anyway, yep, I will just get this field rolled. It shouldn't take too long. Oh, and the other thing, actually, yes, before I do that, I was just going to suggest probably doing a bit of landscaping around the greenhouse again to put some grass back in. rather than having just empty field that I can't really drill right up against the greenhouse. So I'll just show you what I mean. I don't know where this fog's just suddenly come from. It wasn't there a second ago. Yeah, just here you can see there's an obvious area really which is a bit awkward to drill. It's not really worth drilling, so let's just landscape that quickly. Let's go to, no, sculpting, is it? Painting. And then, is that grass? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, just let's get this area here just sorted out a bit, just tidied up a bit with some grass. It just makes it look a bit neater, doesn't it, really? Not going to gain anything from it. Actually, we're going to lose money from it, but it just neatens it up a bit. Now, which are the keys to spin around? There we go. There we go. Because this was where I had the water. Well, it was a paddy field that was sort of for water only, but I've replaced that now with a nice container, which is a lot neater. This is a bit of a mess here. I have drilled that bit, but that's probably not worth it. It's probably best just to grass that area over a bit. That looks a bit neater. There's that annoying bit sticking out there. I'd rather cultivate that though and put that as part of the field. And then we'll just go over it again with some actual grass. I don't know what the difference is between those two. We'll do that one. And that just makes it look a bit nicer, doesn't it, really? It's probably costing far too much money, this, but I'm not looking at the money. Let's just make it look neater. There we go. Right, okay, so we will now get this field rolled. Right, there we go, that's the field all drilled and rolled. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to just take the rolls back now and just put them in the shed over here, and that'll probably do for today, I think. So we've got quite a bit of field work done there, not too bad. Not the most exciting job in the world, but it's got to be done, and it is part of farming, of course, so I'm sure most of you won't mind that. It is what we do in farming. So, there we go. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again when I've got this in the shed in the next one. So yeah, let's get this in. There we go. Right, there we go. So yeah, see you in the next one.